And when you nominate a student for academic growth, what things are you thinking about?
For internship program, I'm thinking in terms of the students being willing to push themselves past their comfort zone and really just owning their experience in the program, thinking about how well they respond to different projects that they're responsible for completing, such as resumes, getting themselves together for the interview process, the research that goes into picking those sites. So I'm thinking about students who are really just owning their experience to really be the best interns possible.
Think of what he or she is accomplishing, not just the academics or turning in classwork, but their overall behavior and the flow in the classroom. And so to me, they have to be a well-rounded person who excels and is someone that really makes the teacher feel proud of what he or she is doing. And they don't always have to get an A, but you see that effort, you see them trying, you see them push themselves to be better. And to me, that's the reason why we do our teaching thing.
When I'm thinking about a student for academic growth, I'm thinking about someone who is not living up to their potential, gets some feedback or experiences something, and then starts trying harder, starts doing more, starts asking for feedback, starts using self-control. And usually that starts to play out where you see their grade go up and up and up. They're completing their homework assignments, they're asking for feedback during class, they're asking their peers how to get better, how to do the thing that we're doing in class.
When we talk about mindset, are they willing to attack and approach this problem, or what's their relationship to the challenge? Are they looking at it as something that I can't overcome, or are they looking at something like, okay, this is gonna be difficult, but I got this, give me time? And then being able to advocate for themselves and articulate what they need to face the challenge.
When they go from kind of giving up at first and they continue to try, even if they're making mistakes, they're willing to kind of take that risk in order to improve.
Why is grit important in a classroom?
Well, speaking from algebra, grit is very important in the classroom because a lot of times we'll approach problems that are very difficult, and in order to be successful in the algebra class, you have to be willing to make mistakes. So as long as you have grit and you persevere through those mistakes, then we can always derive to the correct answer.
Grit is challenging yourself beyond your stress level. Classrooms are a place where you're constantly not in control of all the answers all the time, and that puts you in a vulnerable position. And I think grit is showing grace when you're challenged and being willing to be challenged and vulnerable as to your skill sets.
Grit in my class is never giving up. Grit is overcoming challenging problems, finding new ways to do things, or just tapping into those previous skills that you learned, going back and try to implement them into solving problems.
Couldn't agree with you more. I think grit is taking what you learn and actually applying it and not giving up. And don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Right. And the biggest piece is just that not giving up piece. The key.
Absolutely.